You would have people that would create something amazing, but that would live on their computer. A lot of talk about, obviously, AI. To be honest with you, I almost felt like I didn't need to prepare that much, because I kind of felt like I knew a lot of people, right? Even though I've never spoken to them before, like Leila, I knew her. I can present who she is and what she does, and you find that you're not the only person suffering from that problem, and you can kind of create that visibility. So I thought that was very cool.
Matthew Bernath is the host of the Financial Modelling Podcast. He was also one of the awesome hosts at the summit this year. And we talked a lot initially just about how much hugging there was going on at the summit. Now that may surprise you, but this was a summit where lots of people who've been engaging with each other for many, many years got the chance to meet in person for the first time, as well as people that follow these creators' content meeting them for the first time as well. So it was a very, very special event. I spoke to him about his highlights from day one, about what he was most looking forward to on day two, and about, at the time, what was my upcoming trip to South Africa, where we promised we would meet in person. And we did that. We had some great food together, and we have more content coming up between the two of us with something else linked to the Global Excel Summit team. So I hope you enjoy my conversation with Matthew Bernath at the Global Excel Summit 2024. Matthew Bernath, it's a pleasure to meet you in person again. As I said this to so many people today, but after years of talking through a computer screen, we finally meet. How are you?
It's amazing, and the weird thing is that there's so many people here that I kind of feel like are really good friends, but I've never met them in person before. So like you're meeting them for the first time and you're like hugging them and putting your arm on their shoulder, and it's like, but we've never met before. But obviously, you and I have been working together since 2020. Right, that was the first summit we put on together, and so basically 4 years.
There's been a lot of hugging, isn't it? And I think that's very perceptive. It's probably an unusual proportion of hugging meets, because everybody's just like, well, I've been talking to you for 3.5 years. I know you quite well.
Absolutely.
You've done a great job of hosting again today. Any particular highlights for you from the day, from all the speakers?
That's tough. I think that all of the speakers kind of highlighted something unique. I look back on this last one with Chanel, and what actually struck me was not necessarily any of the technical stuff, but they kind of said, just show your work. And that spoke to me a lot, because, for example, I come from a large bank, right? There were 40,000 staff, biggest sort of banking group in Africa, and you would have people that would create something amazing, but that would live on their computer. And we created meetups, etc., for people to share, and people would say, wow, like, I suffer the similar problem. Can I also borrow that? And so often like surfacing stuff that people have created, whether it's in Excel or Power Query or whatever the case, Power Automate, you find that you're not the only person suffering from that problem, and you can kind of create that visibility. So I thought that was very cool. I thought a lot of the stuff about AI was really interesting. A lot of talk about prompt engineering and the fact that the generative in AI means a lot is generative, and sometimes it generates rubbish. A lot of talk about, obviously, AI, how it can help us, but probably won't replace data analysts anytime soon. And I think the other amazing thing is you've got these huge, people that come onto the stage with like 3-4 million followers.
Crazy.
But they're just like interested in the same stuff, just like Excel geeks, and it's pretty cool. So it's an amazing. People have come from all over the world, but it's a really tight-knit community as well.
It's so true, and I think a lot of people know Leila really well, for example. So even for me, you get to see Leila talk in person, which is awesome. That was probably the first introduction, I'm guessing, for almost everyone to Emma, who's got an insane following. She said 7.5 million followers across socials. That is mind-boggling numbers, and I thought she was great. I thought her talk was fantastic.
I went on because I was obviously introducing her, and I went to her platform, and I saw she's like, everybody I know, including people I worked with, follow her. Right, and that was, I don't know if you're inside, but when I said to one of my colleagues, I said, oh, you follow this person, I'm about to introduce them, and she's like, wow, I follow her, I get my Excel tips and tricks from her, which I was a bit offended by, because I'm like, well, you actually worked with me, you could have gotten them from me, but anyway, that's cool, don't stress about that. But it's incredible, right? So you have these people with massive followings, but actually just shows, right, they've still got room to grow. So clearly, you and I have said this, right, Excel's got the largest population in the world.
And tomorrow, another whole day tomorrow. I don't know if you've got the lineup in your head by memory, but is there anyone tomorrow you're particularly looking forward to?
You know, I will tell you, I'm co-hosting with Bob. I'm definitely not as prepared as Bob is. But Danielle said, "Are you ready for today?" You know, Danielle's saying fair host at the hotel. "Are you ready today?" And I said, "No, not really. I'll see." I said to her, "Are you presenting today?" And she looked at me in shock and horror. I'm not, no, I'm tomorrow. You should know that. But Bob came with a folder with everybody. Was like, that's proper preparation. But I guess to be honest with you, I almost felt like I didn't need to prepare that much because I kind of felt like I knew a lot of people, right? Even though I've never spoken to them before, like Leila, I knew her. I can present who she is and what she does and etc. I mean, I think tomorrow, to be honest with you, I'm quite excited for it personally because obviously there's going to be a lot more financial modeling stuff tomorrow. My personal interest is more financial modeling, so that's kind of more the focus tomorrow. So there's quite a few topics there that I'm personally looking forward to that I think will enlighten the audience as well.
Yeah, well, I think it's been an amazing day. I think you've done a great job, Hazel. You're very. I mean, we've done hosting together at times before, so I've seen you in action a few times, and I will be in your neck of the woods in June, and we have to make sure we meet up in Joburg, get some good food, get a few drinks. Really looking forward to coming out.
We will definitely. Between the both of us, we'll have a comrades marathon behind us, so I look forward to it.
You've done it as well?
No, that's why I said afterwards we'll have one comrades marathon between us.
I thought you meant you'd done it. I was like,
no,
you've kept that so quiet.
No, definitely not. I find watching it exhausting.
Excellent. All right, leave the running to me. All right, Matthew, thank you so much for talking. Have a great day tomorrow. Pleasure to see you.
Thanks.
All right, man. Thanks, dude. That's great.